most of your waking hours you spend while working, right? So it has to carry some meaning. When we start out, what we look for is security. We look for, taking care of your expenses. But once you're able to do that, then I think the larger construct of life comes about. I come from a community where people eat meat. So in my engineering, I came across a research which talked about tissue culture based meat. So I was fascinated that no animals need to be killed and you can enjoy your meat. Fire, what I was carrying, may not necessarily be carried by others initially. So for me, it was a call whether you want to continue in your service or want to pursue your dream of helping animals. So that was a call I took and left the service. UPSC or civil services is a big step, and you cannot do it if your family is not in sync. All along my childhood, I've been helping animals, feeding them, rescuing them. So for me, realizing that on one hand, I'm helping animals, on the other hand, I'm consuming some other animal.
Right.
So there was always a moral dilemma. I would leave meat for 1 or 2 years, again go back eating meat. So this struggle was continuous. Finally, when, as I said, the seed of a meat without animals was sowed in 2003 when I was in final year of engineering.
Right.
I was pursuing my chemical engineering. So that was the seed which was sown, which germinated good 10 years later while I was in service.
Okay, and now I wanted to know your brand ambassador is Neeraj Chopra.
Yes.
I think he has turned vegetarian now, or he was already a vegetarian?
No, ulta. In fact, he was lifelong vegetarian, but I believe he eats chicken.
Okay.
Just for the athletics part. But he has committed that once his athletic career is over, he'll give up chicken.
Okay.
So he has been our brand ambassador.
How did you approach him?
We approached him when we raised our fund. We were looking for brand ambassadors. So we felt that Neeraj Chopra resonates with our value system in terms of he's coming from a small town. He is hardworking, and amongst a lot of hype in cricket and Bollywood, he is one star who's holding his own.
Right.
So he is more of an underdog who's committed to hard work and who's extremely successful. So that's the reason why we selected him. And we had a great shoot with a VFX form of a goat we rescued called GoodDot.
Yeah.
And those 3 ads was very well received on social media. Yeah.
Okay, and so has Neeraj Chopra completely quit eating meat, or he's...
No. I believe so. I don't know his dietary preference for sure. We don't know about it, but I have heard on some podcasts he has mentioned that he eats chicken.
Yeah, only chicken.
Only chicken on the basis of recommendation of his coaches. And he also said that I'll leave it once my athletic career is over.
Right.
So, that's his thing. For us, it was more about a good guy with some of the values we resonated strongly. And also, brand ambassador is also a case you're putting your product out there.
Right.
To his face. So that is more important, yeah.
You just mentioned GoodDot. He's the goat you rescued. And he is also the mascot of your kiosk.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask for every animal lovers, I was just telling you about this.
Yeah.
If you are a wild animal lover, so tigers and lions and all, and for domestic dog, nobody thinks about goat. They feel that they are meant to be eaten.
Okay.
So, and how did you think कि इसको mascot बनाते हैं? And we should,
Sure. So in fact, I didn't select GoodDot. In fact, GoodDot selected us.
Yeah.
So the fact it was by chance. I was going to a factory when the factory was being set up on the highway. While traveling on the highway, so GoodDot was just tied on a pole outside a meat shop. So I crossed him while looking out of my window. I saw a small baby goat, being tied. So I knew he'll be butchered in some moment. So many times you have limitations that you can't do much about it. But sometimes, and it has happened to me too many times.
Right.
But on that day, I was feeling so bad for that baby goat that I thought, come what may, I don't know what I'll do with him, but let me rescue him. So we turned around, we took a U-turn, came to the shop. Then we asked the shopkeeper how much are you going to pay. I need to pay. Then he paid me the money, and then he was taking him inside. I said, no, put him in the car. He said, why? I said, I'm going to save him.
Okay.
And then I saw a lot of chicken in the shop, and they were also looking at me. Then I said, I can't play God, that today I'm saving this goat and I'm letting the chicken die. So I said, okay, I'll buy all the chicken.
Chicken also.
So on that day, that entire meat shop was emptied by us, and we rescued both the chicken and Guddu stayed with us. We never had a plan ki we will use him as a mascot. It was just rescue. A good 1 year after that, we thought, okay, let us have fast food outlets. Okay. So that is why, someone from the team suggested that why don't we have Guddu as our mascot? I said, okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So that was the thing.
What about the chickens?
Chickens, yeah. So they are with Animal Aid Unlimited, a rescue place. So we kept him, and then they had a good enclosure where they are in safe and sound. Yeah.
Okay, and if I may, I wanted to ask people who consume meat, like can die for chicken. And still shout for animal rights and dog lovers and all. What would you like to say to them?
I have been there. I have been there myself. While helping animals, I have been eating chicken, mutton, fish, and enjoyed eating them. And that was my struggle. So I understand where they're coming from. So they might be even more compassionate than me. They have not made the connection. See, the thing is, I'll give an example. So you eat chicken, right?
No, I am a vegetarian.
Okay, suppose you would eat chicken, or your friend who eats chicken, right? Yes, they will eat chicken, and through social conditioning since childhood, we are eating and we are thinking that it is all right. Why are they eating chicken? Because it tastes good. For the same friends, if you ask, what, dog meat tastes amazing, will you eat it?
They won't.
Why?
Because they haven't been, eating it, and it's not normal.
It's not normal. It's not conditioned.
Right.
So that is the issue. That we have been conditioned to consume that. That is why we find it acceptable, while we don't find it acceptable eating dogs. So that is where our effort is. Our effort is that, people are hardwired to consume meat. So how can we give them similar taste at an affordable price point in plant-based? So then they will give up meat or chicken. And the same set of people, think about if they are going in a picture hall, in a hall, movie theater, and they are sitting and watching a movie of a chick who's born in a poultry farm, and it is about to be killed. They will feel towards the end that should not be killed.
Right, huh?
So
because they connect.
They relate. They can relate to that individual being.
I know so many people who have seen, butchering of meat, and then they have quit. Earlier they were, so
that is the thing. I think that is where, the world should move and has to move.
Okay. And there is an argument from the people who are the meat lovers that, eating meat is good for environment.
Yeah,
good for environment. And not turning vegan. They have so many arguments for that. But my view is also different. I want to know yours. I think
there are, देखो क्या होता है ना कि when we want to do something or continue a particular habit, we look for all the excuses, whether it's logical or it is illogical, we'll stick to it. For example, there are a lot of people who say that if I don't eat chicken,
balance
कितना ज़्यादा chicken हो जाएगा.
Right.
So think of, I'll answer to them that, what, अगर जब पहले 100-150 साल पहले अगर हम जाते हैं, if you go 150 years in the past, there were only horses, right? And there was no automobile.
Right.
There were millions and hundreds of millions of horses. Now what happened? When automobile came, did horses became all over the place? No. They were curtailed because they were not artificially reproduced.
Right.
So the chicken are not being naturally produced. They're being artificially bred in industrial farms. If you stop it, they'll just be in the wild or as someone's pet. So they won't be anywhere. A lot of people say that, plants feel pain. So why even you are hurting animals? You are hurting, someone who has got feelings.
Right.
So to them, I say that, if you eat plants directly, you have to live. So you have to eat. If you eat plant directly, less plants will be destroyed. But if you eat an animal who eats plant in his own life, so that means you are wasting more plants by eating animals.
Right.
So even there, the logic does not hold.
Okay. And you went to, I think, World Parliament of Religion with GoodDot.
Yes.
So
yes.
What was the experience? And
so that was quite a privilege. So I think the Parliament of World Religion is a very important organization. Swami Vivekananda gave the first speech in 1893, Chicago.
Right.
The first parliament. The 7th parliament in 125 year happened in Toronto, Canada. So there, the first time the parliament said that every religion talks about compassion, let's extend the compassion to animals also, and let's have the first ever vegan banquet. So they selected GoodDot among all the global company to be served at the parliament. Okay. So we got an opportunity to serve our products at the parliament. We also got an opportunity to address the parliament and talk about ahimsa, which India stands for. And through this food, we are also promoting ahimsa.
Okay. And दो चीजें. First key, what is your vision for GoodDot? And apart from GoodDot, are you doing something else for animals, like rescue or?
Sure. So vision for GoodDot is to be the largest plant-based meat company in the world and also act as inspiration for youngsters to pursue, entrepreneurial, challenges which have got larger benefit for the society. So that's one. In terms of, what was the second part of the question?
And apart from GoodDot,
apart from GoodDot,
are you doing anything else for?
So we are, 8 places in Udaipur. We have been serving for years, stray animals, feeding them. So around 150 to 200 stray animals we are feeding every day for so many years. So that gives us a lot of personal, satisfaction.
Satisfaction, right?
So that is what we are doing. Yeah.
Okay. And in the end, people who are pursuing UPSC, they put everything on stake.
Yeah.
You found your passion outside UPSC.
Yes.
So what would you, if you have to give one advice or message to them who, even after so many failures, they are still stuck at UPSC, what would you like to say to them?
So I would say, yes, while you have attempts and you feel and your family feels that you have to give your attempt, believe from all your being that you will clear UPSC. UPSC is a game of hard work and luck. Right? And luck will only favor people who work hard. So keep working hard. My another suggestion would be keep giving smaller exams. That even if you clear a smaller exams, you will get a lot of confidence. That first of all, you'll have some security. Apart from that, you'll also have confidence through the entire process of interview and all that.
Right.
So you should definitely give other exams. And finally, don't worry even if your attempts are over and you have not been able to clear it. You have learned 2 important things in life. Working hard and, going through failure.
Right.
I think these are the 2 recipes for success anywhere. So don't worry, even though you may have lost, say, 3, 4, 5 years, but if you have worked hard diligently,
it will pay you.
It will pay you in the long run.
And UPSC is, I don't think so, end of life. You can do everything.
Yeah, it's not end of life. So, definitely it's a great platform. I think no doubt about it. But I think there are so many other avenues also.
Right.
And I would always say that once you achieve your security, look what you want to do with your life.
Okay. So on that note, thank you so much, sir, for your time. It was really nice talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you so much.